Good evening, everyone. I am Deepak Kumar Vishwakarma, STNC Kalasara Saraswati Vidya Mandir, and we organized today an in-house training program. First of all, I would like to introduce our principal sir, Mr. Sarmendra Kumar Sahuji, and today resource person, Shoni Kumari ji, and her topic is life skills. Life skills are the ability for adaptive and positive behavior that enable human to deal effectively with the demand and challenges of life. So now I would like to call Shoni Kumari ji. Please start your training program.
Thank you for introducing, sir. A very good evening and warm welcome to all of you who are present in this session. As a resource person, first of all, I would like to salute our honorable principal sir, vice principal sir, and my learned colleagues. My topic is life skill, and everyone knows that the word skills gives various meaning. It depends on us in which way we take in. According to me, skill is adaptive technique, which is learned from experience, practice, or training. For this, we can take an example of our cricket team. In cricket team, there are many players, but we know as their skills fields name, like bowlers, batsmen, wicket keeper. Why we know these names? Because all these persons have practices and got their desired place. So we know them. There are many types of professions. All professions are achieving by practices. These practices make us to work well and beautiful manners. For these skills are make a capability to work well. Now we know about the life. If we would say life, then we can say that life is an element or object which have a movement, development, and responsibilities. Now we go with today's topic, which I discuss in this session. Let's we have. First of all, my topic is introduction. Then we go with the type of life skills. Then life skill education. After that, we discuss about the life skill and need, objectives of development of life skills, importance of life skills. Now, I have the introduction topic. As you see, In this slide, it is written that life skills are psychological competencies which enables an individual develop adaptive and positive behavior so as to deal effectively with challenges and demands of everyday life. The development of life skill is a lifelong process that starts in early childhood and continue throughout one's life. It means when a child comes to a school at the age of 3 to 6 years, after this a process is started which is learning. This learning process learns them to achieve their aims and make them understand to survive the life and also make them confident. These life skills are also can be defined as life skills are the art of living which help us to draw a personal and professional sketch of life. It is the life skill which sketch our life progress. Now we also discuss about the our ideals organization which say the following. You can see this in this slide. WHO means World Health Organization, which is established in 7 April 1948. The WHO, which think about our health, who defined in 1997 that the abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enables individuals to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life. As well as WHO, the UNICEF also define about this life skill. UNICEF means the United Nations International of Children Emergency Fund. This organization always think about the children and their education. UNICEF, which is established in 11 December 1946. UNICEF said about the life skill based education is behavior change or behavior development approach. For this, we can say that when the children come to age of 3 to 6, what is the behavior at that time? After that, after schooling, their behavior completely change after the learning. Now, second, designed to address a balance of 3 areas: knowledge, attitude, and skills. This life skills helps in education by the learning. This learning achieve to knowledge, knowledge to think, to identify the objects, to identify many more things, to give positive attitudes and skills which are able to do work, positive things. Now, next slide, we see the examples of life skills. There are various types of life skills examples. Some ones are given these slides. First of all, critical thinking, creative thinking, decision making, problem solving, effective communication, interpersonal relationship, coming with stress, coming with emotions, self-awareness, empathy. These are the examples of life skills. These life skills are characterized are mainly three types. In this slide, we see the types of life skills. First of all, thinking skills, personal skills, interpersonal skills. Thinking skills which are depends on logical way. When we identify any object, that is called the thinking skills. Personal skills. What is the thought about the object or elements? What is the value for me? That is called personal skill. When we talk about the interpersonal skills are related with more than more than two persons, which relates with their communications. That are the called interpersonal skills. Now I go with the thinking skills. First of all, skills I define in mainly four ways. First of all, critical thinking. Second one is the creativity thinking. Third one is the problem solving. And fourth one is the decision making. Critical thinking. Critical thinking means it refers to process of analyzing a problem or information in an objective manner. What is the object? It is the question. When we think seriously for any thing, that is called critical thinking. If I have a pain, but I have no knowledge about this pain, then I think about this pain. What is it? It goes with our mind logical way. Creativity thinking. If I have a problem, then we want to solve this problem or to the problem. In this slide, it is written creativity thinking refers to seeing and analyzing thinking in novel way. It helps in having a new perspective about things and allows us to have out of box thinking. I have thought, but after to thought of solving a problem, that is called creativity thinking. Both critical thinking and creativity thinking are related with each other. Now I have problem solving. It means it is a skill to identify the problem, and this skill gives the idea to solve a problem. If if we identify any type of problem, then we have a thinking to solve this problem. The problem solving is a method. This coming decision making. It is a skill to choose the best solution of problem. Problem solving and decision making are interrelated skills. For this, I have an example. If I give you two pens, a red pen and black pen, but you have choose one pen, then you choose as your desired what you need. Red pen, black pen. This choosing process is known as decision making. You have many options, but you have choose the best solution. That is called decision making. If you see a figure in this slide, can you guess what is the story of the or what is the story behind this image? This picture, I think you know about this. This is the story of the dove and ant story. I think someone have the mic on. If you please Mic off. I told about the story behind this picture, the dove and ant. Once a day, dove sat on a branch. The dove saw an ant was flowing on the river. He is in a problem. The dove want to help the ant, but dove don't understand how can the dove help the ant. After this problem, dove thinking about the problem, how can I help the ant? After thinking, the dove got an idea. The dove choose a process. The process is he broke the leaf from the tree and take it front of the ant. The ant came to the leaf and saved the life. In this process, all the process goes with the thinking skill. After that, we know the second types of skills. That is called personal skill. The thinking skill is the logical skills, but personal skills are our perspectives, our things, what I thought, what I have. Basically, I have only 2 points. That is the self-awareness, self-awareness. Now, self-awareness. Self-awareness, it refers to the ability to recognize on strength, weakness, liking, disliking, and so on. And the self-management is refers to ourselves in proper way. In this slide, I have two pictures. Both pictures have their respective story. Coming to first story, that is the story of the crane and fox story. If you remember this story, then I remind this story again that there were two friends, which are the fox and the cunning fox. I say about the cunning fox because the cunning fox invited the swan for the dinner at a time. The cunning fox came with the flat dish, but the crane has a long beak pointed. How can the crane eat? The fox ate the all delicious food, but crane can't. Then crane have an idea. He know about the at what can I do. This dedicate about the awareness. The crane after 7 days or week, the crane also invite the fox for the dinner. But this time, the crane take a long neck pot. He decided to the favorite food of the fox, which was fish. He delivered the food to the fox with the long neck pot, but the fox could not eat the food. This story dedicate what is the awareness, what is the positive, what is the negative for us. Now, self-management for the second story I dedicated. That was the the goose and the golden egg story. This is the very, I think you know this story, but I remind to you this story. A farmer has a goose which gave a golden egg. the goose always give only one egg. The golden eggs makes them rich. But farmer have a greedy nature. He want more and more eggs. So he thought the goose have many more eggs in the inner, inside the its stomach. If I cut the goose, then I can collect all the eggs and make at a once times richer and richer. After that, as farmer, he goes to go to the goose and cutted the her stomach. But he see that the goose are same as the other goose. In the stomach there was no any egg. After this, the greedy farmers make sorry. He does not make the more and more eggs. After this, his greedy natures lost the ducks and the way he make the rich. Now, after this slide, we can see interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills are connected with two or more persons. What are the skills? The skills are communication skills, empathy skills, and cooperation skills. Communication skills. Communication skills. Communication skills when any type of language we understand to each other, that is the communication skill. Any way of the talking which understand by us, that is the communication. Empathy means if any person needing any help, but we have a feeling, then we go to help them. That feeling is called empathy. Cooperation is the teamwork when two or more people come to help any work or any types of work for the social, that is called cooperation work. For interpersonal skills, I dedicate this story for in this slide. This is a clear visible story that a farmer and his four sons story. A farmer has four sons. All four sons are quarreled each other. The farmer want to learn a story, so he told for to camp the all sons to at a time. He told him to collect sticks and come to me. All sons came to the after collecting sticks came to the farmer. Then farmers say, what to do with this stick? The son say, we don't know. Okay. Farmer say that break them one by one. Son are obey their words. They are breaking these sticks. All are easy breakable. After that, the farmers say that tie up in a bundle of sticks. They all tie, and after that say farmer to break them in a bundle of a stick, but they could not break up. What is the moral of this story? They can't understand what is the idea behind that Don't break up the bundle of a stick. The farmers say that you all four are like individual sticks. When you got when you collected each other, then no anybody can broke up you. Means unity is the strength. These are the interpersonal skills. Now I have the second slide, which are the activities which defines about the life skills. Some activities, these activities have to work to understand more to teach the life skills. The activities are group work, peer teaching, discussions, games, dance, playground, debate, excursions, school visits, role play, drama games, communications, games like conflict resolution, assertives, negotiations, meetings, play, recreations, and outdoor adventure. These interactive activities helps to the students to calm each other, to make them group, how they work in a group, to identify the peoples, and to also to identify the positive manners. Now I have the second slide, means creativity activities. These creativity activities helps them the students to solve the problem. If they are in the problem in their life, then how can he solve the problem? The activities which help to solving the problems are play straight threat, improvisation, college, pictures, poems, simulation games, memes, dance, gymnastics, sequencing games, diagram, problem solving, so and salvage. In this type, in this example, they can want to solve the how can solve the problem. For example, if if we are going to teach in a class and I have a literature class, then I say that I am going to told you poem. After that, I say about the poem's lines revised. After these words, the students want to focus on the stories. What the teachers do, what the teachers say, they focus on the words of the teacher. Like example, I say that if I have a poem, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, after that, this this poem, the student focus on the poem. What is the next line? Then he can also say that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, how I wonder what you are. This is the only example, nothing else. Now, next slide, I have life skill education. This life skills are is not only the life skills for all. This life skills is now life skill education. Means the students how can survive their life, how can they survive their life in education. This is the life skill education. Life skill education is the study of abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enables individual to deal effectively with the demands and the challenge of everyday life. It can also define as it is a type of education in which skills are developed to make the child efficient in a such a way that he can make decisions in odd situations by this ability and intelligence. We are the teachers. We want the students, the life of students' future bright. But how can we make the life bright? By the education, well education. We survive the education. This education give him an idea to face to the problem. Not only the face the problem, but also solve the problem. This life education help to the students to achieve their aims and make capable to understand what is the problem, what is the demands of the today education. Now I have next slide, that is life skills and NAP, National Education Policy. This National Education Policy will define it 2020. This National Education Policy is which this National Education Policy which focus to the study, education. This National Education Policy thought for the 3 years children. How can they survive in the education? How come to the education the child at the age of 3 years? NAP focus to ECCE as proposed, building life skills like creativity and critical thinking to encourage logical decision making and innovation. Life skills such as communication, cooperation, teamwork, and resilience. Only we have to work for their educations. These educations have to thinking, solving, making to confidence, and also make them for the teamwork. Now I have second slide, that is the objectives of developments of life skills. First of all, first objective is the purpose of social development. I want to focus on teamwork. This social development helps to make us a team. Social development, we are going to digital, but this digital format not valuable in real life. We are losing our neighbors. We don't know what are the event are happened in our neighbors. So this social development like survey help us to know about our neighbors, what are happening, what have to do for the social. Now I have development of experimental knowledge. Experimental knowledge means solving the problems, ideas to work with the experiment. If we give up to make a collapse picture. For example, I am a class teacher of class 6 in the I teach science book, science subject. There is a chapter of a family. If if I giving to make a picture of album of family, then students goes to the every family members and collect to them and say to they give a picture of them. The students collect the all picture and make a beautiful picture. This is the way called we call experimental knowledge. Means if I have a problem, what is the way we can to solve the problem? The purpose of development of adjustment power in our society, we have many different types of religions, members, and economical values. But we have to adjust all of them. We are the teacher, then we know all the students are equal for us. But children don't know how to make the adjust them by the experimental learning, innovative ideas, interactivity activities, and creativity activities. These activities helps to adjust to them. Now, objectivities of development of life values. Today's we are going to lost our life values. Means to respect our elders, to respect old men, to respect teachers, and many more things, many more values which are going to lost in them. The cultures which are lost it. These types of values losting, then we can all lost our the life values. We are after the losting of the values, they are only have the education, but no any type of emotions. What have to do? For example, if a poor person have no money in our neighbor, then the neighbors have no any life values, then they do not help the poor. If they have the life value, they go to the help the poor person. Now, next is the objective of mental development. Mental development means if the student face a odd situation, then how can he odd to the odd situation? Means there are many types of mental problems they are facing, but we don't know about their situation. Many situation creates to the students which are not knowing to the parents and teachers. If they have the development of mental, then he can or to the that types of problems. Now I have the next slide, that is the importance of life skill. Means this what is the values to life skills. After the educating the life skills, we can say that by educating life skills, the students can develop self-confidence in them. It makes them cooperative and communicative. It prepares them to take quick action in any unfavorable circumstances. In everyday life, the development of life skills help students to find new ways of thinking and problem solving. recognize the impact of their actions, and teach them to take responsibility for what they do rather than blame others. Third, build confidence both in spoken skills and for group cooperations and collaborations. Fourth, analyze the options, make decisions, and understand why certain choices outside the classrooms. Fifth one is the develop a greater sense of self-awareness and appreciation for others. I say about the self-awareness. Self-awareness means recognizing of the self and our character, our strengths and weakness, our likes and dislikes. This is the self-awareness. Now, I want to say that today environment is today environment is rapidly changing in the digital life. We have to adjust this digital life. We have to know about the digital life. For this digital life, we have to understand what is the rules, regulation to play the digitals. This technology help us in many ways, but this technology also lost the lives of many students. They go with the wrong method. They play online games. The parents have many hope for the students. They gave to a mobile to a student to read, but they are used for the gaming. These types of problem can be adjusted by a good life skill styles to them. Now, in constantly changing environment, having life skill is an essential part of being able to meet the challenges of everyday life. The dramatic change in global economies over the past 5 years have been matched with the transformation in technology, and these are all impacting on education, the workplace, and our home lives. That's all for me. Thank you to all my learners colleagues. I think you are enjoying this session. Now, Deepak sir, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Participants, you have any queries or question related to this topic, please ask to the resource person. She will try to solve your queries. I think.
Hello,
Yes.
I'm audible, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah, you are audible, sir.
Can you tell me the skill which can help us to overcome the problem that we face in the 11th hour? That means the problem for which we are not already prepared. How can we solve that problem that we faced in the school life?
A very good question, sir. I think I have told in this session, but I give you answer that in this type of situation, first of all, we analyze the problem. After that, which one is the best solution for the problem? We should go with the decision making solutions.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sure. Anyone If you have a question, you can ask me a question.
I think no any questions from participants. So, okay.
Okay, thank you to all participants who are connected with me. You can fill the advice. Yeah, Archana ji, what you want to ask? Any question?
Participants requesting you to please mark your attendance through Google Form. It will be shared in your school WhatsApp group.
And also chat box.
Okay.
I think it is all over.
Okay. Now everyone can leave your session. Thank you for joining.